Hello, Capricorn. Welcome. I hope everyone is doing well. Today we are doing your love reading. So let's get started with your oracles. Love messages for Capricorn. You have calling in your soulmate. Your prayers, affirmations, and visualizations help bring you together. On the bottom is getting to know each other. As you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. This is a feeling of just meeting someone or just like a new love relationship. All right, let's get the handmade cards. We're going to get 3 of these. Love messages for Capricorn. Well, I guess they have chosen. You have big changes, overthinking, overworrying, overworking, or overstressing, and on the right path. Wow. On the bottom is things are going in your favor. So this is indicating that someone is wondering whether they're doing the right thing or not. It's saying you are. If you're the one dealing with this, it's indicating there's some sort of big changes here. It's saying you're overdoing something here and you're on the right path. That's a very clear message. So let's see the love situations. We're going to get 3 of these for more context. Love messages for Capricorn. Freedom, wanting to be free, not ready for commitment, independent, happy single. Pregnancy, getting pregnant, building a family, giving birth to something. And hot and cold, sends mixed signals, inconsistency, inscrutable, lack of clarity. And on the bottom is unrequited, one-sided love, not enough attraction, feelings are not mutual. There's a very wishy-washy energy that's going on here, and it could be due to overthinking, worrying, overstressing. But it feels like a back and forth because these are 2 very opposite things. This says freedom and this says building a family. It's saying hot and cold. So someone here is going back and forth between freedom and settling down, it seems. So that could either be whoever's dealing with this, or this could be whoever's dealing with this person. Let's go ahead and get started with the tarot. We're going to start the overall energy. Tell me about the overall energy for Capricorn. We have the 4 of Wands. 2 of Cups. This is like marriage. King of Cups. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Nine of Wands in reverse. Someone here doesn't know if they're ready for commitment or not. And it seems like it is either already on the table or fixing to be on the table. This looks like a commitment, or like, I mean, a proposal, or like somehow advancing the commitment somehow, like moving in together. There's some sort of big changes happening here. And I feel like someone here is uncertain of if they want to further the commitment. Four of Wands, 2 of Cups, King of Cups. King of Cups, you could be dealing with a Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, but this is also someone who's in love, or proclaiming their love. Star in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. The Empress in reverse. Let me get some more here. The Star in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse. Empress in reverse. High Priestess. Nine of Pentacles. Nine of Swords. Mm. This looks like to me. So what I feel like is there's commitment being offered here, but who it's being offered to, they're thinking, I don't see this going that far. This person could have commitment issues, or they just they don't want to be in a commitment. It feels like it's more specific to this relationship. What this looks like to me is there's commitment being brought to the table, um, but someone feeling as though they know it's not going to work out, like they don't see expansion or growth in this relationship. So this is two people on two very different pages. But a lot of times, or I'll say sometimes, people will offer commitment to try to hold on to someone. So like if one person sees the other starting to slip away, they'll try to advance the commitment, like propose or something like that, to try to hold on to the other. Now, I don't know if that's necessarily this situation, but for the one who's on the receiving end of this, they're not feeling very confident about the relationship. So, overall energy for Capricorn. Good news. Yeah, there's some sort of proposal. Either there's already been a proposal that's on the table, or there's fixing to be one. But see, this is showing up like in regards to this. I keep saying advancing of commitment. It's like a furthering of the commitment, moving up in regards to commitment. That's what this Four of Wands is. Someone has a knowing here that there'll be a lack of healing, or that this is not what they want. So it's saying, yes, this is good news, supposedly, or it's intended to be, but that's not how the one who's receiving it is feeling. Death, endless, harm, and inevitable. Yeah, it's that inevitable. That's what this is showing for the one who's receiving this proposal. It feels to me like they're thinking, if I do this, it's just going to lead to an ending, or I'm worried that there's no expansion or growth here. The one who's receiving this proposal is not feeling like this is something that will be for the long term. Yeah, see, once again, look, that is literally someone proposing to someone else. Promise. Responsible, confirmation, and assurance. See, that assurance makes me feel like whatever the person who's proposing is doing, they're trying to like lock someone in. This feels to me almost like an attempt to hold on to someone. See, on the bottom we have endorsement, persuasion, bribe, temptation. So I don't feel like it necessarily needs to be said, because I don't think the one who's receiving this proposal is going to fall for this. But it does need to be said, not to be, don't do something because you're feeling coerced into doing it or pressured. Do what you feel is best for you. Okay, tell me about the situation for Capricorn. Ace of Pentacles. See, that's that big changes. Some sort of new beginning. Temperance in reverse. Sagittarius. And Three of Swords. Yeah. Yeah, that's what's going on here is the one who's being proposed to. And when I say proposed, it could be a literal proposal, but this is proposing something in order to move up the commitment. So like say you're dating someone's like let's move in together, or if you're living together, let's get married, let's get engaged, let's elope. There's some sort of offer here to move the relationship to the next level. And what I feel like is happening here is this is happening because the one who's proposing it sees the other slipping away. I feel like this is a means to try to hold on to someone. And I think the one who's being proposed to sees this for what it is. On the bottom, Nine of Cups. See, it's saying that for whoever's on the receiving end of this proposal, that's not wish fulfillment for them. That's not what they want because they're seeing the situation clearly. In regards to a new beginning, there's an imbalance. So it's saying that the other person is offering this thing, but it's in it, it's not, it's like it's bad timing or it's not the right time or what is the purpose of this? There's an imbalance here. So I'm fixing to hurt your feelings because uh, it's like someone's not reading the room. Ace of Pentacles, Temperance in reverse, Three of Swords. Three of Swords in reverse. See, trying to offer something in order to have healing. So the indication here is the one that's proposing something is thinking, if I do this, it's going to make everything better. And the other person is thinking, no, things are already bad. And by offering this, it's just going to make things worse. So these are two people that are not seeing eye to eye whatsoever. Sun in reverse. Yeah, Nine of Cups in reverse. Look, Nine of Cups in reverse and Nine of Cups in reverse. This is saying this is saying this is not what I want. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings, but this is not what I want. I'm not happy here. Yeah. Someone is trying to attempt to offer something in order to prevent the other from pushing further away or walking away altogether. Three of Swords in reverse, Sun in reverse, Nine of Cups in reverse. The Devil, Six of Swords, and Justice. There, it feels to me like there's something about this that what this person is proposing is a little too late. The one who is being offered this or proposed something to is not they're not going to settle. They're not going to do something just because the other wants them to. um, they're seeking balance where there is imbalance here. So in fact, I think whatever this person is going to propose, or if they've already proposed it, it's pushing the other further away. And I feel like the reason for that is because the one who it's being offered to sees it for what it is. They're being offered this thing, this higher level of commitment, and they're thinking, you're only doing this because you're afraid I'm going to leave. And that just, it almost like furthers the ick that this person has. Tell me about the situation for Capricorn. Right. Ceremony, mystery, and magic. I keep getting this energy from this of, oh, now you're trying to do this. Something has happened a little too late here for the one it's being offered to. Ceremony, mystery, and magic. Fate, coincidence, fatalism, fortune telling. This is like meant to be. And imagination, variety, fantasy, mind. Okay, so this is saying I need, this is not wish fulfillment. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings, but this is not wish fulfillment for me. This is truth. This is speaking truth. Um, and I feel like this is connecting to this mind. Like someone, whoever is being offered this, I'm telling you, they're going to do what they want to do. They're not going to agree to anything just to placate the other. And they know that's what's going on here. They see things clearly. And there, once again, there's something here this person was not doing before that they're trying to do now. And the indication here is it's too late for that. It's not going to work. This could also be some kind of like karmic relationship. It's not, it feels to me like it wasn't meant to last. This was something that was meant to be learned from. All right, tell me about the outcome for Capricorn. Chariot in reverse, Cancer energy, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and the Hermit in reverse, Virgo energy. It's not moving forward. Chariot in reverse, Queen of Pentacles in reverse, the Hermit in reverse. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Wheel of Fortune, King of Wands in reverse. Things are happening the way they're meant to. I just feel like this was not meant to, this was not meant to be a long-term situation. It's saying things are not moving forward, and that's what's for the best. Someone here is not happy about that. Queen of Pentacles in reverse, Wheel of Fortune, King of Wands in reverse, Knight of Swords in reverse, the Hierophant. Yeah, this is very much, it keeps showing like this is either like a karmic cycle. This could even be like past life karma, but there's something here very divinely guided about this situation, or like meant to be. Page of Pentacles. Learning a lesson. That's what I'm saying. It's saying that someone's going to end up pissed off here, but it's a lesson learned. So it feels like this is a lesson being learned from both sides. Because like I said, the one who's offering the proposing something or offering something, they've done it a little too late. They've waited until someone's got one foot out the door to decide that they want to do something here. And the lesson here for them is, if you don't want to lose what you have, then um, you know you need to do what it takes to keep that person, or don't wait till it's too late. That's the lesson for that person. And for the one who's this is being offered to, I feel like the lesson being learned here is to, um, It's connected to not placating the other, to choose to do what you want to do, even when something's being pushed on you. Because that's what I feel like is the other person is trying to push this new beginning, and the one who's dealing with it is just not having it. Tell me about the outcome for Capricorn. Blind. It says awkward, unknown, and vision problems. Not seeing, not things are not moving forward because, yeah, this it keeps going back. I know I keep saying it, but it keeps going back to the one who's offering something done something a little too late. Coach, advice, obedience, knowledge. Once again, divine guidance, advice, obedience, knowledge. I'm hearing highest good, having a knowing. It's going back to this where the high priestess was. Having knowing of what's best for you. Also, this is like, it's once again divine guidance, a coach, a divine coach. And then we have mask. So the person who is offering something here is hiding that they're upset. You could be dealing with a Leo, Sag, Aries, but ultimately they're the ones who's learning the lesson here. And they're not very happy about having to learn this lesson, but it is what it is. All right, advice for Capricorn. King of Swords in reverse, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, the Eight of Pentacles, and the Sun, Leo energy. Ten of Cups on the bottom. King of Swords in reverse, Eight of Pentacles, and the Sun. This looks like working towards your happiness. Ace of Swords in reverse, Five of Swords in reverse, and the Two of Wands, choosing happiness, taking the path towards happiness. Working on yourself, no longer fighting for the relationship. It's saying this person's strategy has failed or will fail. The advice here is for the one who is, being proposed to or having this offer given to them. Saying the best thing is to work on yourself. Also, it's saying if you don't want to work towards this relationship, then don't fight for it. And choose happiness. Make the choice that will make you happy. Ace of Swords in reverse, Five of Swords in reverse, Two of Wands. Because that Two of Wands is about choosing a path. So, you could choose to stay on this path, but it's clear that whoever is dealing with this is feeling, or their intuition is already telling them, this is not what I want. So it's saying choose the path that you know will bring you happiness. Full in reverse. Temperance. Balance. Healing. And the Hermit in reverse. The other person may have some kind of codependency issues. They feel a little clingy to me. Or it's because they see the other slipping away, so now they're becoming clingy. I feel like for the one who's, being offered this higher level of commitment, they're already gone. I don't think I feel like emotionally they're already gone. whoever is being offered, this higher level of commitment, they're just wanting balance in their life. It's said it like 3 times. So I feel like the person who they're dealing with brings them a certain amount of discontentment, or because of what they're pushing for, it leads to unhappiness. I just know that the one who's being offered this is not seeing this as something they want for their future. So it's best to go with that, which I feel like that's what's happening here. Um, but there's also this little twinge inside this person who's like wanting to placate the other. But that's the want to leave is overriding that. So tell me about the advice. Once again, the advice is do what makes you happy, which I feel like that's what this person's going to do in this situation. Yeah, readiness, preparation, prompt, and arrangement. This is saying that this person's attempt was not successful. Their strategy was not successful. It could be saying that it was foolish for them to think it would be successful, which that's what I kind of feel like. I feel like they made things worse by trying to what they were trying to do was lock the other down even further. They were trying to make it harder for the other to leave. And the reason they were doing that is because they seen that they were on the way out the door. And it's like I said, that's once that happens, it's already too late. Stop, break, pause, stagnation. Yeah. Saying working on your healing and working on balance, no longer fighting for the relationship. It's saying if this is not what you want, then put an end to it. And fury. See that hermit reverse. This is showing up the same as over here. It's saying here that they were wearing a mask, but once they know for sure that the other is leaving, that mask may fall off. They're already angry, but they're not showing it. So once they see they're not getting their way, they may show out somehow. Their true colors may be revealed. But I mean, we do have this unrequited on the bottom. One sided love, not enough attraction, and feelings. Yeah, that's what I was saying this whole time. Feelings are not mutual. Let's get the closing messages. Closing messages for Capricorn. I am patient and trust that love will arrive at the right time. How can you cultivate patience and enjoy the present moment while awaiting your person? On the bottom, it says, I'm attracting a partner who appreciates and respects my unique quirks. List your unique interests and qualities. How can you ensure a partner appreciates and encourages your individuality? And the last oracle's messages for Capricorn. Open your eyes. If someone shows you who they are, believe them the first time. Yes. And on the bottom, it says, love your shadow. Accept and work with the flaws in yourself so you can learn to accept others as they are. So, yeah, this is about, there's a lot here in these oracles about seeing things for what they truly are, accepting that this is how it is, and that's okay. It's okay that things are not working out. It's probably because they're not meant to. It's because there's a lesson to be learned in this situation. All right, Capricorn, that is what I have for you. If you enjoyed the reading or if it resonated, please hit the like button, subscribe if you like, and I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.